Ray Penburg's fiance. She's from the Los Angeles baby murder case.
So he hasn't killed her yet. Hello everyone, this is Venus Brown, back with another episode of Death Note. This is episode 8, called Glare. Now I did read the description for this one. It looks like we're going to get a little bit more crackdown to try to keep these guys protected. We'll see how that goes. Let's start the show. Don't trust him!
No, he's the one that shouldn't trust her, if I remember correctly.
Oh, good.
I mean, she's not a good guy either.
Good. I don't care.
For us to draw any real conclusions from.
Mochi ice cream?
Exactly. 4:42 p.m.
He exits the train at Tokyo Station and dies on the platform. It's quite strange, don't you think? What is it? He's holding what looks like an envelope when he passes through the ticket gate.
Huh? You're right. It's gone. I can't believe you actually caught that.
It seems like he's straining to look inside. It'd be interesting if Kira was on that train.
That's impossible.
Why would it be impossible?
There's no reason for Kira to come to the scene of his own crime.
Except Kira takes unnecessary risks.
What's going on?
I'm not a Mochi fan. If it was pistachio, I'd eat it.
I've never seen the Death Note used like this. If criminals stop dying at the same time, it wouldn't be difficult to connect. Are you sure that I can use any date as long as it's before the end of a person's predetermined lifespan?
And how would you know the end of their lifespan?
Yes, would
Well,
you please hold for a moment?
the Shinigami can see it.
Right. So he just asks the Shinigami.
Well, the Shinigami will tell him. He just has to give.
Ray Penburg's fiance. She's from the Los Angeles baby murder case.
So he hasn't killed her yet.
Yeah.
He has? Is that him?
No, I'm pretty sure it's
apparently
someone
she's been
telling
missing
him
since the
about
day after her fiancé died.
That anyone in her situation would be pretty depressed. Was it? Suicide.
Oh.
The Naomi Misora I knew was strong. Not to mention she was also an excellent FBI agent. Did Kira manage to get to her first?
Mm-hmm.
He was assigned to 2 police officers and those closest to him.
Who are these 2 individuals he was investigating?
None of your business.
Deputy Director Kita.
Detective Superintendent Yagami and their families.
He should have been like, you're too close, so we can't tell you that. Which would be a little weird, since he's in that leadership position, but, like, sorry, it's a conflict of interest.
What are the odds that Kira's in one of those households?
Pretty good.
No, it's closer to 5%.
Of all the people we've investigated so far.
Yeah, I don't know why you would say it's such a low percentage. Like you knew that it was probably one of the people that was being investigated early on. And they said that there was only a handful of people that were being investigated early on.
You have a wife and daughter at home, don't you?
Yes, I'm well aware of that.
Do they not care about his son? They're like, yeah, you have a wife and daughter, but their son doesn't have.
People are weird about that, like kids and women. You have to take care of them. You have to be their savior. Which is funny because it's also in a world where often females that have their spouses die and like that are put in a really bad position where they can't take care of themselves because they're expected not to work and they're expected to remarry, which is awful. Yeah, have this grieving woman remarry, and because of religious ideas they'll have them remarry their spouse's sibling or something like that.
I don't believe it. What could he be hiding in there that he doesn't want anyone else to see?
You do not want to know.
When I was his age, I did strange things too.
Have you ever talked to your son about the investigation?
Of course not.
I've never once revealed classified information to my family.
You don't have to. Your son is smart and he's able to figure this shit out and get into your goddamn files without you even knowing.
Don't ignore me when I'm talking to you or I'll get mad. I think we're safe.
There's a very strong possibility.
And rest it on the hinge in such a way that it will break if the door happens to be open. Normally I'd take it out myself. The door handle Then the lead, I know someone was in there. Someone took the time to put it back in the door. What about your apples?
Once the apple's in my mouth, no one can see it. But while I'm holding it, it looks like it's floating.
Well, I guess it won't kill you to stop eating apples for a while.
Don't you think that's a bit much? Come on. I never told you this, but I even get withdrawal symptoms.
Does that mean that it's
So
unhealthy
deal
for
with
you?
withdrawal.
Does that mean his lungs start
Unfortunately, I
dying
gave Elvin
from
the
eating
Shinigami
apples?
love apples.
I mean, that's
so I
not
just
what
can't
happens
afford to take the
generally
risk.
with withdrawals,
When
but
did you-
No, but I mean,
withdrawals
like,
can
no,
be very
no, I'm talking about when
troublesome.
he eats them. Because if you smoke too much, your lungs
You'll
start
have to
dying.
find out.
Right.
You're lucky, you might
Doubt
find a
it.
blind spot
Like,
where you
what
can
would
eat
happen
the
if you're
beans.
addicted to something that's generally considered fairly healthy? You're not going to get more healthy. Not really. There are some healthy things that are bad in high amounts, but then there's some that high amounts aren't going to really do anything.
I think he just tried to use the apple thing to convince Ryuk to basically look for the wiretaps for him. Oh yeah.
Is he doing this intentionally to throw them off? That's what I thought.
Too obvious. The only reason he didn't want anyone in his room was because he had these magazines. That's what he wants us to think.
That's my son you're talking about.
Assume I'm their prime suspect and the only one being watched.
Prepared for
Getting
this kind of
rich.
situation.
Oh, Light.
Hey, Light! Come
That's
on!
the least of your
Dinner's
concerns,
ready.
dude.
I love you. Always.
Oh,
He's perfect.
it's a freaking soap opera.
Sayu.
It was funny watching soap operas in Korea because I couldn't understand hardly anything they were saying, but you could always tell the context of what was going on because of their tone, because of the way that they were acting. So dramatic.
What's this? 1,500 investigators? Whoa.
Chances are they've got cameras in the living room.
If they're gonna send all these people here to investigate, shouldn't they keep it a secret?
Be any different. If you ask me, this is nothing more than a desperate attempt to shock Kira in the hopes that he'll reveal himself somehow.
Your son's clever, isn't he?
Well, yes.
Your good looks are gonna go down the drain if you keep that up.
It's a late night snack.
His good looks will go away real quick once he dies.
I think that's it, Light.
Let me explain where they all are. There's nothing I hate more than explaining something twice.
It's time for
I counted 64 in total.
I guess whoever put them here expected you to at least find.
He had no qualms about putting a death row inmate in his place.
Neither do you.
Just watch me, Al. I'll solve equations with my right hand and write names with my left. I'll take a potato chip and eat it.
It's because the entrance exams are 5 days away.
They both just died of sudden, inexplicable heart attacks.
So I suppose anyone who didn't watch the news can't be Kira. But the Yagami household seems almost too innocent to me.
Can't say for sure whether you're extremely generous or just a spoiled brat. Didn't that mini LCD TV cost you $400?
Oh gosh. Alright, so that was episode 8. Anything to say about it? You want to watch another episode? Okay. That's all I have for you this week. I am going to start on the next episode right now, but I edit them once a week. So next week, you'll see me for the next episode. If you like this video, please click the like button. If you want more content, click subscribe. If you click that little bell and click all, then you'll get more content notifications.